Now, Dr. Zalis will propose a salary recommendation for the certificated and administrative and support staff.
Lori, you're so far away. The two members of the Salary Welfare Committee here tonight, Laura Sandquist, which is so far away we can hardly see her.
Different county.
And Lisa McCarthy, who's the chair of the Salary Welfare Committee. We bring to you a consensus recommendation. I want to walk you through the salary recommendation. You can see it's related to CSIP Goal 2. Attracting and retaining quality staff, and the specific strategy had to deal with making sure that we continue a competitive salary and benefits package to attract those the staff members we want to have here. Just a reminder, the mission statement of the school, certainly the excellence in personnel is what we're working with tonight, and also what goes into the instructional and support services as well eventually. Our belief statements here highlighted: best teachers, in order to attract and retain the best teachers, again related to our CSIP, which is right here. That was what was approved as an upgrade to our CSIP last spring. Hard to believe it's been a year ago. We met with the Salary Welfare Committee on April 27th and again this week on Tuesday. Mr. Henshaw facilitates meetings with the Supporting Student Success Committee, which is the support staff version of our Meet and Confer effort. We review district data, much of it verbatim to what you've been looking at as we've been working through our revenue and expenditure projections and our budget presentations to you. As you saw in those presentations, movement on the salary schedule equates to $318,000, and every percent that we would add to the base salary through the salary schedule will cost $274,000. The Camdenton Salary Survey Group, which we got a little respite from after the presentations on early childhood and the campaign, but you get to see the group again. Minus St. James and Newburgh, because that doesn't include Phelps County, those Phelps County schools. But this is the group. A lot of those are within our conference. And yesterday, which would have been the 6th of May, if you're watching this later on, we had an Ozark Conference superintendent's meeting, and one of the topics on the agenda were salary and benefits for our staff. So we're all going through the same process as superintendents with the teaching staff and support staff. And so we're closely watching because our goal is to remain very competitive in this comparison group. And this is proof of that, as you see the columns from 12-13 working to 14-15, where we rank at various places on the salary schedule. Those are picked by Camdenton as they facilitate this study for us. And our recommendations in line with what the other districts are doing, and I'm pleased to say that even some have said that we're doing what we're doing because we're so far behind you. So that's a good thing to hear. We as administrators and superintendents are still competitive, and although we're friends, we're still competitive. So it's good to hear. So here, this is what we've talked about before. Our consensus recommendation to you, based on our meetings and information we've shared, is that you approve movement on the salary schedule and add a 1% base increase to that salary schedule. The average raise for a teacher will be about 2.4%. Its impact to our fund balance, you can see what 0 on the base salary would do and 1% does. It's not appreciably different. We're comfortable with the 1% increase on the base. These projections are based on a worst case scenario as far as revenues are concerned. And as you well know and heard, and we're proud to say, we budget conservatively, and we're very confident and comfortable with the numbers presented. But want to be completely transparent up front on the potential worst case scenario impact.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that's also worst case on expenditures?
Correct.
Yeah.
That is what it is. So the recommendations, FY16, 1% base pay. Additionally, allow movement on the salary schedule, and as I mentioned, 2.4% for certificated support staff and administrative staff is the average increase that will occur as a result of that. And we'll certainly entertain any questions that you might have, but it's a pleasure working with the group. Lisa provides great leadership. They've got a difficult task here too, as Mr. Henshaw is facilitating the discussion on our insurance, as you've heard, health insurance package, which we're working through that as well. So, like many other committees, they're thankless, long hours, and lots of questions from their respective staff, but they do good work. So,
Any new news on where we think we're gonna end up with insurance, healthcare costs this year?
Well, currently, we've got a 10%.
Right, I know that's, just wondering whether we'd refine that any.
We haven't discussed whether that would need to change or not. We're really looking with the Salary Welfare Committee and all the health. I had some insurance meetings, voluntary meetings last week, 4 of them with our staff was all invited to attend, to just answer questions, show scenarios. So I think where we're headed, Keith, is maybe presenting a base plan that the district pays for as we currently do, and then maybe 1 or 2 options that staff members could upgrade to if they want to purchase that. So it'd be like a buy-up program.
yeah, we've got work till June. to do on that.
Yeah.
So to be able to answer that question definitively is a bit of a stretch, because there's a huge learning curve that our staff representatives have, and they bring us ideas based upon the feedback that they receive from their staff, and then we research that. So that'll be a consensus recommendation as well, but there's still a lot of information to be learned as our staff members share back out, so
We're a ways off.
we're not ready for that one.
Well, I'll make the recommendation to accept the 1% increase on base pay and movement on the salary schedule.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, it passes.